Hey, barbecue family.
Happy Thursday, everybody.
The temp had to remind us of that like 10 seconds ago. I literally keep writing TGIF.
Yep,
Happy Friday.
I've sent 2 emails today and they both said happy Friday.
Same with me.
I don't know what's wrong with
And then it was too late. It had already been sent. And I was like, hopefully they don't think I'm an absolute moron.
Or we just like kick that off for them and they're like, yeah, it's
like,
Friday.
is it? How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining us. It's a hot one here in the grill studio today. Frizzy hair weather again.
We're trying to be locked and loaded, but the frizz is still happening.
Yeah, not too pleased by it, but what can you do?
Yeah,
it's summer.
We're happy that you guys are here today. We got Robert Bernal in the house. I'm not sure who that is. It Bernal? Yeah, Robert Bernal. We got our boy James Bearden. We got Tom's Food Factory. Hot Tommy's back this week. Barbecue Mama.
James, how's everybody doing?
Judge Webb.
James, we gave your card to Barbecue Pops. You're an absolute sweetheart. He really liked that. Thank you so much for doing that.
Shout out to James. James, that was absolutely adorable.
Super cute card.
We got Fritz Frank. We got Barbecue Dave. Barbecue Dave just did it. He said, happy Friday, everybody.
See?
We're confusing everyone.
It's not just us. Hey, Saucy Rossi, how are you? Hey, Farah, how's it going? Nice to see you guys. We're going to have a lot of fun today. We've got a really fantastic recipe for you guys. It's an HT original.
It is. And we got the one and only Smokin' Joe in the house. And he said he finally met HT, which we saw those pics and they warmed our hearts. And he's saying that dude is hot. Yeah, guys, we're not lying, okay? The name is true.
It is. And you'll know it when you see him in real life or even online because he looks the exact same.
Yeah, he does. He translates to real life. He translates to real life too. We got Saucy Rossi in the house. Hey, Saucy Rossi, we're glad that you're here too. Guys, we got to get this show kicked off because we have an absolute superstar in the house, just to let you guys know. She is a legit international superstar.
And she's super sweet.
Yeah, she's very sweet. And we're very excited to have her on the show today. So let's unfortunately kick this off the way that we always kick it off around here.
Hey, you don't want to do first on the grill?
Oh yeah, first on the grill. Okay, thank goodness we have the temp. I was just gonna say we don't pay the guy for nothing, but you guys know we don't pay him. So
but what would we do without him? Thanks, temp. We're tired. It's been a long week. Yeah. That's why. But Bat 13, first on the grill. Way to go, buddy. He's back.
Congrats, Bat 13. He missed it for a week, but he came back hot and heavy.
Yeah.
We got Michael Noguera saying hi, Maddie and Kiki. Actually, he said hi, Madison and Kiki. And then he corrected himself. And he said, I meant Maddie and Kiki. That's what everybody thinks my name is.
That could have been an autocorrect. Because one time I tried to write Maddie and it changed it to Mahjong. So that's not even close.
That's not, at least Madison is somewhat close, but Mahjong?
I vote to call her Mahjong from now on. Who's with me?
That's you. I could go with that. I could go with that. All right, guys, I was eager to kick this off because I'm eager to get our guest on. Okay, so let's do this. Let's sing our song and dance, but let's remember which day it is of the week today. Okay, I'm saying that for myself as well. Honey,
here we go. I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. Thursday. Yes, it's Thursday. Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot we had our old Thursday graphic.
Yeah, I was going to say, who changed that to Thursday?
The temp found it. That's an oldie. An oldie, but a goodie.
Yes. I'm glad we're not on Thursday anymore.
Me too. But I'm happy that we're here today.
Yes.
I'm glad that you guys all joined us today. You guys,
this is a one-off. Because
you guys come with us on Tuesdays, Mondays. We've done the show all days of the week. Just based on scheduling sometimes. So we're glad that you guys stick around on any day of the week. We're grateful for you guys.
It doesn't have the same vibe though.
It doesn't, but technically it is Friday Eve. So I will go with that.
Exactly. And we can still, it's 5 o'clock summer. We can still cheers to that
you got
later
that
in
right.
the show.
Okay, so now I can't go on. We have to get going here, okay? Because I'm very excited about this. Like I said, we have an international superstar in the house, guys. She is known as the Caribbean's, not just like anywhere, the Caribbean's top, not like top 10, not top 20, not top 50, top food influencer of the entire Caribbean.
Wow.
Caribbean, however way you want to say it. And she is the star host and creator of one of the biggest channels on YouTube, Trini Cooking with Natasha. We've utilized her recipes. We love her recipes. They're very straightforward and they make it so you can think that you can make stuff too.
Straightforward and authentic. So that's
totally
where you go to get authentic recipes.
Totally authentic.
All right.
So let's welcome to the show, guys, our friend Natasha. Natasha, how are you today?
Hi. You guys are making me tear up.
Look, what we say is true, Natasha. Like, you literally are a worldwide superstar. And I actually wanted to ask you, how long have you been doing YouTube? Because your channel is hugely popular. It's a resource to people from around the world. So we want to know, how long have you been up to it?
Thank you so much for having me. I've been doing this since 2015. And I
Wow.
started it just before I got pregnant with my son. And I got pregnant and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna slow down. I'm just gonna continue doing what I have to do.
What an interesting journey. That is so cool and so long it takes to get to finally getting somewhere. Like everybody thinks that YouTube is so easy. Anybody can start posting things and get right to like thousands of views. Like it doesn't work that way.
No, it started off with only friends and family. I would say probably about 10 or 11 people that were really close to me that I shared it with. And then afterwards, I just kept doing it because I fell in love with the filming and then the editing. And then probably within a year, then people started to find me. So one whole year, imagine you only have 10 followers and you're like, where am I going to go with this? But I knew in my heart that this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to share my recipes. And even if it didn't blow up, I would have still shared it and keep sharing it.
That in itself is what separates you from so many other people, because I think so many people do it to get the views, and that's the wrong reason to get into it, because then if you're not getting the views immediately, that's when they quit.
Yeah, they do. And
Yeah.
that's why, like, I used to collaborate a lot in the past, and then I started to pivot and just focus on me and just focus on doing what I love to do, because you bring people in and then they're hot and sweaty. That's how I would refer to it. And then they just fall off. And you
Yeah.
put effort into doing a collaboration with someone.
Yes, it is effort. It does take effort. But I love that you just focused on you and you are so authentic. That's why I think everybody can tell that you love what you do, and that comes through.
Thank you. And I love you girls. I have been watching you girls for a long time. Sometimes I'm not like always online, so I'll post and then I have so many other things going on. I was just telling a friend this entire month is traveling every weekend.
Wow, that is so exciting.
And that's
Yeah,
so cool that you've been able to keep it up after having your son and then blasting into like this startup.
I would say it all fell into place. It was nothing that was planned. Yes, I do visualize a lot. Like I always think, okay, where I want to be, where I want to go, what I want to do. I'm always thinking. And I think that plays a big role also, along with putting in the work and actually doing the work.
Okay, but that is the main part. I think there's a lot of visualizers out there, a lot of dream board makers, but you got to do the work though, too. It's not just going to happen if you don't put in time and effort.
Yes.
And it's like you said, you have to be able to continue when you do have the 10 followers. That's the hardest part, because when you're not seeing the numbers going up immediately, no one's watching, essentially. At the very beginning, no one's looking, like you said, except your friends and family.
Yeah, your mom's watching and your mom's like, great job, girls. And you're like, oh, Mom.
But it's good to have your family start to support you first. Then the followers will come. But I'll tell you this, my name wasn't Trini Cooking with Natasha at first. It was just Cooking with Natasha. And I was playing around with different names, like In the Kitchen with Natasha. And then a friend suggested you should put the word Trini in your name. So when people start looking for Trini recipes, they'll find you faster. And I did that and it worked.
Yeah, that friend was so smart, because that name is always, but I want to call your full name. Oh, we have Trini Cooking with Natasha on. Like that, to me, that's like who you are.
Yeah.
That's really great. That's really interesting to know. And for everybody watching that is still struggling with their YouTube channel, sometimes it does just take that tiny little thing to tweak. And then you're like, okay, now I'm on my path.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let me say this one thing. When I first started, it was all about the recipes that I loved, right? So the first recipe was cassava pone, which is my favorite dessert from Trinidad. And then I started to do other recipes, but one in particular was Black Forest cake, which is a cake that's it's well known throughout around the world. But in Trinidad, when we go for like dinner, I would always ask for a slice of black forest cake, and it has alcohol in it, but my parents would
Yeah.
still let me eat it, and I'll leave out the jam part. And growing up, I fell in love with it more and more till I did a recipe for it. Now, mind you, the recipe probably has 10,000 views, and it was done like 9 years ago. But the New York Times saw the video and they reached out and said, "Hey, we want to do an article." I was like, wow. And the video wasn't even popular to say it had millions of views. So
Wow, that
sometimes
is
these little things.
Yeah, it's so true. Like you never know what's going to capture the attention of someone.
mhm.
That is so cool. Well, I loved hearing about your journey, Natasha, because and I did not know that it wasn't always called Trini Cooking with Natasha because I just that name just is like locked and loaded in my head. But that's
Yeah.
very interesting to learn that. But we are very excited that you're here for our segment Ravenous Rewind. And
Thank
the
you.
question is today is what is a dish that your parents made that you hated, but you still had to eat it?
So funny enough, I love it today. And it's called callaloo. And sometimes you make it, it's like a soup. So it's like a spinach soup with a lot of vegetables in there. And they would make it, and it's green and it's runny. And you're like, I don't want to eat this. You don't even want to taste it. You're just watching it and judging it by how it looks. And I would say I was probably around 22 years old when I did fall in love with it. And not from when my mom cooked it. It was, we were on a resort and they had it for the lunch that day. And I said, "Oh, let me try this. Let me give it a try." And when I tasted it, I fell in love with it, but I hated it growing up.
So do you think maybe it's because of your mom's recipe? I hate to say that. Sorry, mom. Maybe it's the way she was making it.
So I'll tell you this, after that, I did have hers again. I had her make it. And I'm like, well, why wasn't I loving this? I love it. I'm like,
Kids-
why?
Yeah, kids are so weird. Kids, like I think they do really prejudge. So then they just like get it in their head that they don't like it and they don't even give it a chance.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. My son, if you give him it like that, like a soup form, he'll watch it and be like, "Oh, this is what he told me." He said, "I don't want swamp food." And I was like, he called it food because it's green.
Yeah.
So, but what I would do is I would mix it in the rice and then I'll let him eat it and no
Ooh.
complaints.
Who couldn't love that?
Okay, I think that would be spectacular in rice. Like it would just like absorb all the flavors. I think that would be
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
Now, Natasha, are there any dishes that your parents made that you hated then and hate now?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, yeah.
I would eat it if I'm forced to, but one thing growing up, my mom would cook like almost every day once it was in season was pigeon peas. And yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Key's like she loves a pigeon.
I love a pigeon pea now.
I don't know. It was like so much she would cook it that it was like it's too much. And if you cook it now, I'll probably eat it, but I wouldn't say I'm eating it because I'm in love with it. No, I'll eat it because I have no choice or my husband loves it. So sometimes I cook it just for him.
How did she make pigeon peas? I'm very curious to know. Like, I bet her way would be incredible.
Mhm.
So various ways. Sometimes she would make like curry duck and put the pigeon peas in it. Or curry chicken, put the pigeon peas in it. Sometimes she just cook the pigeon peas by itself, curried. Pilau, she would put pigeon peas in, which is rice and chicken. And I'm like, it's too much pigeon peas.
Look, I'm getting starving. I think that sounds amazing.
Yeah, now I want all those.
It's funny now. I'll eat it and I wouldn't complain. It's not bad, but it's just like I grew up with it too much. So when I
Yeah.
make a pilau on my channel, I always do red bean pilau because my grandmother, who's not here anymore, she would always make red bean pilau, and I would walk home from school just to have lunch when she's making it.
Oh, that
That is
sounds so good.
sweet. I love how like so many different dishes just take you right back.
And I think if parents only knew that the more they make something for kids, and if they're just continuously feeding it to them, they're not going to like it, no matter how
Yeah.
good it is.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
what
And you-
happens.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to find smart ways of incorporating things that kids need in their diet without actually forcing it on them.
Yeah, too
Yeah.
many pigeon peas. That's a take-home message. I love them.
Look, I'm adding that to my menu next week. I got a
Curry
craving for like duck curry pigeon peas. Come on.
Oh man. Well, thank you so much, Natasha. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. We really appreciated you taking the time. And for everybody watching, if you want to follow her all of her channels are at Trini Cooking with Natasha. Very easy to remember.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much, Natasha. Have a great Thursday, not Friday.
Have a great Thursday.
Bye. Thank you. We want to crack into a Cove soda and share with you guys what Cove soda is. I know that we have a lot of people in the house that like a zero sugar beverage. If you can hear that sound, the temp is dousing himself with bug spray. If
And
you
eaten
guys,
alive.
yeah, if you guys could hear that. But I'm cracking into Cove soda cherry.
How is it? I got
And
the
he's
ice pop.
cracking into ice pop.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's cheers. We're kicking off. Cheers to the weekend.
This one's really good. I've had this one before, and it's like that frozen. I call them rockets. I don't know why I think they're called rockets. In
I
my
think they are
brain, they're
called
called
that.
rockets, but I don't think that they are.
Guys, let us know if you guys call them rockets. Okay, so
Oh, this one's good.
I have cherry. It is delectable, and what's really cool about these is that they have probiotics on them.
Yeah, these are really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, the temp's dousing himself in bug spray. I've already bug sprayed up. It is quite buggy in here.
We got Trini Cooking with Natasha in the chat. She's saying thank you, guys. She's such a sweetheart, guys. I didn't mean to make a tear come to her eye. We were just keeping it real. We are huge fans of hers. We've used her recipes multiple times. She's spectacular.
Very down to earth too.
Yes.
Which is what I like to see.
Exactly. Guys, we got Newbies Maniac in the house saying greetings from Edmonton, Alberta. Kathy's in the house and she's answering the question, which I would like to hear other people's answers. She's saying, I refuse to try stuffing on Thanksgiving. Kathy, what the heck?
What?
She said, when I was a kid, I finally tried it when I was in my late teens and loved it and still do.
To me, Thanksgiving is like I could just eat bowls and bowls of stuffing.
Yeah, but what's with little kids? We all get stuff stuck in our head and just we're like, I don't want that.
I don't
like
get
it.
Kids are weird.
And then you try it and you're like, I love it.
That's one of the reasons why I don't have them.
Yeah.
Kids are weird.
Me too. As do I. Now, guys, Trini Cooking with Natasha, she's saying, oh, me too. No stuffing.
What? Stuffing is the best.
All right, guys. Now we got to tell you something that we're making today that guaranteed everybody's going to love. Okay. This is actually inspired from our good buddy Hot Tommy's new channel, Licensed to Griddle. So HT has two channels, the Gallery Backyard Barbecue and Grill, and his newest one, Licensed to Griddle. He made these on there. I watched the recipe, and you know when you're watching videos, when you start to get that like saliva going in your mouth. I watched this one, and I was like, I'm making it. Okay, we're making it. So we're making Las Vegas Dirt Dogs with Dirty Dog Sauce.
That's a lot of dirty for one
It's a
recipe
lot
title.
of dirty. It's a lot
And
of
I'm sure
dirty.
knowing us, it's going to get a lot dirtier.
I was just gonna say
You wait.
it's accurate for this show, okay?
Okay,
We
I
got
gotta get-
Marianne in the house saying she loves stuffing. Marianne, as do I.
Okay, I got to get started on our caramelized onions. Temp, you got to spray it at yourself, bud. He keeps doing like the perfume walkthrough. You know how like at department stores you see the old ladies going.
Oh wait, that's how I put my perfume on.
Okay, well,
Excuse me.
That's how I put on my bug spray.
okay, that doesn't work. Bug spray has to be on your skin, in it. Okay, butter's melting down. I'm gonna thinly slice some red onion and get these caramelizing. This butter's melting instantly because it's like 100 degrees in here.
Yeah, it's hot. Kathy, I think Kathy's quoting herself as a kid, and she's saying, "Ew, it's mushy." I could just picture Kathy saying that. And we got Becca in the house. Hey, Becca.
Hey,
How
Becca.
are ya? Okay, so guys, as since we shared, this is a hot dog recipe. So you guys know we've done this. I think we've showed this on a live before. We like to jazz up our hot dogs by giving them a crosshatch. Okay, it's extremely easy. Let me get up close and personal with you guys here on this cam. Okay, all you're gonna do is angle your hot dog to the side like here. Grip it. Everybody be quiet, okay?
Uh-oh, no one's
Everybody
even
be
talking.
quiet. Grip it. Did you hear what I just said? I don't know how I'm gonna get through this show, okay? Okay, so then you're just gonna take your knife and start scoring on the diagonal, okay? It doesn't get easier than this. Okay, you're gonna run all the way through the hot dog. Okay, you're gonna grip that dog again, turn it the other way. Okay, so you guys can see that you can see the scores. We're gonna go the other way, and then we're gonna grip that dog this way. Okay,
Stop just repeatedly saying grip that dog.
but you gotta grip it. Okay,
HT,
Look.
where's CJ when you need him?
look at how awesome that is. And you may be like, oh, who cares? But guys, all of that leads to more crispiness, more flavor, more delectableness.
Matt, can you hit me with a little oil? I just don't want the butter to burn in
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
And
It's a good pro tip.
every time you do that, people think that you're using some sort of contraption.
Yes, there are contraptions out there that you can use, but why not just use your knife? You guys saw how easy that is. It doesn't get easier than that. Okay, so I'm just gonna run through our other ones. We got barbecue Dave. Everybody's confirming, grip that dog. Okay, HT is as well. Saucy Rossi is as well. Marianne's sharing, as a kid, I didn't like salads and vegetables, but love them now.
I think that's common for a lot of kids.
That is a classic.
Okay, so you'll notice that I've cut our onions super, super thin. I'm just really taking the time to get them as thin as possible here because that's what's going to give us a really great texture. I'm not a big fan of thick onions on a dog or anywhere else for that matter.
Go super thin. In HT's vid, they were super, super like paper thin. They looked amazing.
Did he use a mandolin?
Yeah, HT, I want to know, was that done by hand? Because if it was, man, the knife skills on that guy.
I can't
Not just a pretty face, that guy.
No.
I will say.
I can't be trusted with a mandolin.
No,
so.
she can't. Guys, we can barely trust Kiki with a knife. She's lucky that I don't give her, you know, those like kid ones that are basically like plastic pieces of like, it's in the shape of a knife, but it's plastic.
I got the scars to prove it.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true. I'm really bad with the cutting of myself.
She's 2 cuts away from losing her knife privileges.
Yeah. It's because I'm always rushing. That's the problem. When in doubt, stop rushing through life, people. And I'm talking to myself because I always am. But that's the problem. Everybody nowadays is living very busy lives. And I'm always trying to I don't know about you guys, but I am a morning person. So I meal prep first thing in the morning. And I'm doing 18 other things at the same time. And that is when I always cut. It's always the morning cooking that I cut myself.
You know what I'm just hearing?
What?
A lot of excuses.
Excuse me?
Excuses, okay? Knife safety, grill safety. We are safety girls here, okay? We're safety girls.
I try my best.
Now, you guys will notice that if you do, in fact, and I suggest that you do, watch HT's original video of the Las Vegas Dirt Dog. He did everything on the griddle. When I replicated this recipe, did it on the griddle. But in order for us not to just have our backs to the show the entire time, that's why we're utilizing our saute pan here. But once the griddle's fired up, do it all on there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what makes a griddle so great is that you can do it all in there.
It's just an outdoor frying pan.
Hey, Maddie.
Marianne is saying, you can tell I don't like to cook. Thank God Frank likes to cook and barbecue. Yeah, Fritz Frank can. The man can cook, okay? Guys, I'm just going to go over to the grill now and get on our beef. So this is AAA Canadian beef. It's inside round, which is a little bit more on the tougher side. But when you slice this thin and against the grain and give it some nice flavor on the griddle, it instantly turns to Tender City, baby.
That's going to be real good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just slicing my life away here with all these onions. And we're going to continue to just get them all into the pan here. And really get these cooked down. The beauty about caramelized onions, you can't rush them.
No.
As much as you want to rush them, they're on their own agenda.
All right, guys, I'm going in with a little bit of oil onto our griddle. And then we're going to get beef on. Okay, now traditionally on a griddle, you're going to want to use a pair of these. HT uses these like an absolute pro. Okay,
really?
He just dips and dives and
like teppanyaki style.
Yes. Okay, he rocks it, but I have pre-sliced our beef just to get it going. Okay, so look at how good that already looks. We're going to spread that out, and then we're going to go in with some Cluck and Squeal all-purpose Or no, this is the savory spicy, just to give a little kick to it. Okay, we're
Okay.
gonna season as we go.
We've got fine dining in Alberta saying my husband does all the cooking in the house, but when I go out and do my visits to various restaurants as a food critic, he enjoys coming along. One of the perks, LOL.
Ooh, what an ultimate perk of that gig.
Yeah, who wouldn't enjoy
Hello,
coming
fine
along?
dining in Alberta.
Thank you for joining us. Now, a little tip when you're making caramelized onions, if you did want to speed this process up, you can add in a little sugar, a little bit of maple syrup, something to just help this along. So what we're going to add, that's under the same category, is a rub that has sugar in it. So this one is the Busted Wagon called Sugar Bush. And it's got, so Sugar Bush in our neck of the woods is referring to like the maple syrup situation. Like, so
Keep
this one
it
has,
clean, people.
yeah,
Keep it clean.
just as soon as I said the
Yeah.
word bush, I was like, don't even look at me.
I just heard it because we're Canadian and I hear Sugar Bush and I think Sugar
I'm like,
Bush.
in my head, I know what Sugar Bush
But
means.
with this crowd, they're hearing a lot of something else.
Yeah.
Okay? We got Alton in the house. Hello, Alton. He's saying, thanks, bro. We've got a lot to sit through there. Hopefully it won't take too super long because someone is on the West Coast now. I'm in combo on that, but Alton, thanks for being here with
Hey,
us, buddy.
Alton. Oh, smell how good that
Nice
smells.
to see you. Yeah, that smells amazing. I'll tell you guys that I just used that Sugar Bush Busted Wagon barbecue rub on some salmon this week, and salmon and maple is a well-known pairing. We know that that's incredible, but on with that rub, there's a little bit of something extra in there.
It's nice. It's smelling really nice right
Yeah.
off the bat here.
All right, guys, I'm going to get our dogs on because I don't know about you guys, but in my mind, dogs are ready to go right out of the fridge. Okay, you can eat those things cold if you need to.
You can. It's just bologna.
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing in a different shape.
But we're just going to crisp them up on the griddle, and that really gets those prominent crosshatch marks going.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to do those if you don't want to get as fancy as those, but
See, this is my natural. This is where I live with barbecue tongs, but that's not what you use on the griddle
why do you even have them then?
because I need them in my heart. Okay?
Who gave her those?
I need them. I would sleep with these if I could. Okay.
Okay, so our onions are cooking along, and I'm going to get started on our seasoned mayonnaise that's going to go on these dogs as well. Very easy to put together.
It's our dirty dog sauce.
Yeah, and you can't, like, in my opinion, you can't have a dog or a hamburger or anything like that without a really good sauce. The sauce is like half the joy of eating
Yep.
something like that.
Guys, I want to bring your attention to the griddle because this is what makes this so good, okay? If this was full slices of beef, that's what HT had. He pushes them apart like that, and that's what gives this such a great texture. We're topping the dogs with this beef mixture, so you want to break it down. Even though it's been sliced, you want these to be in little tiny bits. And I don't know why, but the griddle just turns it into something magical.
This is really elevating the standard tube steak.
Yeah.
It is. This is like taking it from like ballpark food that is accessible to anyone and turning it into like, I don't want to say dinner party food, but it could be.
You're telling me that you wouldn't, if you didn't serve this at a dinner party, you wouldn't have a super happy crowd.
You know what? I'm going to say that I'd rather have that at
Me
a dinner
too.
party. I am over pretentious food.
Yeah, fine dining sometimes can make people feel stuffy, uncomfortable. Give me a loaded up dog and I'm a happy gal.
Me too. And I will tell you, and recently,
What? I just hear someone giggling off to the side and I'm just like, what did I just say?
but like recently, anytime I do go to like a fine dining place, it's like an old crusty piece of carrot. You could tell a roasted potato that's been around. Buddy, that's doing nothing.
He ain't getting it, guys.
Guys, if you can see that, he's literally going into the air.
It's like
I'm like,
projecting backwards.
That angle isn't even right. But anyway, it's never good. It's like it's pretentious. You're paying like $50 a plate. And
Can I say one thing that's massively you're forgetting?
what?
It's small.
Yes.
Why is it like the plates are like that big and then there's just like a little tiny piece of like nothing in the middle? Okay.
Exactly.
This thing that we're serving up, this Las Vegas dirt dog, it is massive. Okay. Nobody would be walking away from your dinner party feeling like they got a rumbling gut.
Mhm.
Okay.
I would
That's not
take
what
that
you ever
anytime.
want. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got some mayonnaise. We're gonna add it in here. Now we're going to add in some mustard. Matt and I have been absolutely obsessed with this mustard lately. Like obsessed. I don't know what it is.
No, like dip almost like your entire, like put half of it on your plate and dip your French fries in it. Obsessed.
I love this. You know what my favorite way to have this mustard is I'm getting it everywhere. As a pizza dipper. So you know when like you get pizza and it comes with like a sauce for the crust or whatever? I've been putting this on homemade sourdough pizza. It is so good. All right, now guys, I don't have my glasses on, so I am having a little bit of a hard time reading the comments. Tom is saying, watch the movie The Menu. It's really about pretentious food versus real food. Really, Tom? I would really like to see that.
Tom, is that scary one? I think I've seen that. Is that
under what circumstance does that description sound scary?
I know. If it's the one I'm thinking of, it was actually on like the thriller side.
Really?
New Meats Maniac is saying there were a few places in Las Vegas that we found were overpriced with very small portions, but they were quite a few that were just the opposite. Okay, that's good to hear. Vegas has like a mix of.
You want to know something, guys? Okay, so last summer, my partner and I took a trip to Nova Scotia. Saucy Rossi.
Shout out Saucy Rossi. We love you, buddy.
And we had made reservations for every single night we were there at all of the fine dining places that book up very quickly over the summer months when it's like tourist season like crazy. We went to one of them. It was terrible. And then on a whim decided to just cancel all the other ones and start to go in these like hole in the wall places that are like come as you are. And they were so good. They were so much better than that fancy place that we went to initially. And then that's what taught me I'm a come as you are person. I'm not a change for dinner kind of girl.
When you're saying come as you are, is that a well-known term for that type of dining?
That's like any establishment that you just come as you are.
I absolutely love that.
I can't stand
come as you are in life, people.
And you know what?
If you can't come as you are, I ain't going.
Yeah, and you know how like a lot of women in particular like to like change for dinner? I can't stand that.
HT knows we don't.
I don't like that.
Sometimes we do.
I'm a come as you are person. Absolutely, because it's just like we were out there, we were on this like kayak excursion. I was covered in like salt from the ocean.
Okay, maybe clean up a bit, pal.
No, I didn't want to clean up. I was like tired and starving, and I just wanted to go get something to eat. And I forget what the name of the place was, but it was so good. And then we kept doing that for the whole trip. And that's when I was like, you know what, fine dining, not the thing for me. I hate these again, buddy. Okay, we're gonna add in a little pickle juice in this super adorable container that we stole from Mohegan Sun.
Now that is not urine. It looks like a urine sample. That's what it looked like when it was in my fridge, and I promise you it's not.
If someone's urine is this color, you got to be hydrating more. just for future reference. If your urine looks like that, not the best time for you.
Yep, drink some water. Add some water to your hydration schedule. Barbecue Dave is saying easygoing is always more fun and laughs. Guys, to be honest, that's why we love barbecue. Barbecue is literally not pretentious in any way. You're making stuff on a grill, you're making stuff on a griddle. It instantly, like, what is summer about? It's about backyard barbecue parties.
Yeah, and when I was younger, I loved like the getting fancy, going out for dinner, wearing a fancy dress, and like doing the fine dining thing with like the nice music and when I could drink like nice alcohol, like nice glass of wine or whatever. But now I much prefer where you can, we're gonna add in some rub in here too. I much prefer if it's casual, you're sitting on a patio, you're enjoying the sights and sounds. And we were having some really great conversations with other tourists at the place that we were at. And it was like such a good experience for me.
I
was like, never mind fine dining.
I think that's way better.
Yeah.
Guys, check out these buns. HT, do you approve of this bun? I tried to find a bun that was basically the exact style of bun that HT used in his recipe. Because, guys, a lot of people forget that when it comes to the good, what did you call it, a tube steak?
Yeah.
The good old tube steak.
I didn't invent that.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That's good.
How many
different names is there for dogs?
A lot.
Wieners, dogs, tube steaks.
Weenies.
Anybody
else got any?
Give us some more. There's got to be more. But the vessel in which you get that sausage or that hot dog into your mouth is very important. So when I saw these buns in the store, I was like, okay, those look like HTs. Now,
good bun.
We're not just serving up buns. Okay?
Wait, is this too thin?
No, buddy, perfect. Hold that up to your.
Is it? I thought it was going to be too thin.
No, that's exactly. You want some drizzle action because this is going on to the actual. Oh yeah. Saucy Rossi calls them glizzies.
Yes.
Yes, I love glizz. That's not
Okay.
a well-known one. That's awesome, Saucy.
Is that a
Rossi.
Canadian thing?
It could be.
I don't know. Where did that term come from? Oh, I got to stir these.
Now,
Uh-oh.
so what we're doing is you're welcome to just serve up this Las Vegas dog in the bun, enjoy it. But HT took this to the next level as he usually does. Okay, what we're gonna do: slice a little slice down the top of it. Okay, something also that I don't really do. You're gonna give it a little bit of an open. Give it a little bit of an open. So these are actually known as sweet Portuguese buns. I don't know if that's what they're called in your neck of the woods. So we're going to do that. We ain't stopping there. Hit me with some mayo.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, I got it.
Uh-oh. For ease of purpose. Oh, you don't want this?
Nope.
I thought you were putting this on there.
That's going on top of the bun, but this is where we get into the game-changing.
Okay, buddy, you're not even looking at me.
No, buddy, I am. I can't even understand.
I'm not spilling a drop.
Do you know how hard that is to
Look.
get stuff in there? No funnel up top.
No, I thought you were going to say no fuss.
No fuss, no fuss, no muss. I don't know why he went into infomercial on that. That's incredible. Okay, so guys, what we're gonna do, take some mayo. You're gonna smear along the side, okay? We're gonna go in right on the top of that bun. I know that sounds weird, but we're gonna go along the top. It gives it such an amazing exterior. When I saw HT do this, I was like, oh, I've heard of people doing that before. Keep pointed out when I told you that we were going to be doing this. People do this to grilled cheese.
Yeah, that's like a very
this
popular.
becomes crunchy. We're going onto that griddle.
Because essentially all mayonnaise is just various oils.
Exactly.
So it's like if you were to butter the outside of a grilled cheese, that's become very, very popular. It's
all right,
just,
we're throwing, okay, we don't have a cam here.
okay, something's happening with the cams in
What
here.
is happening?
We will let you guys know, like a second before we started this live today, Mad went to go hold up the cam that's on her side, and a creature had chewed a word? Chewed right through a cord, and it's over. That's what happens in the grill studio. So hopefully that's not that cam too, but what can you do?
Well,
Mike's saying the buns do look amazing. Yeah, I think that's going to be a really phenomenal bun.
We got it?
Nope. Still off.
All right, guys. I will show you guys up close once this comes on.
Okay, David's saying, what did you do to make the sauce thinner? So, David, you missed it. We just added in a little bit of pickle juice. Very, very simple sauce. Pickle juice is a really great thing to add to anything that you want to thin out because it's got some tang to it. It's got a little bit of saltiness to it, a little bit of flavor. And then you can adjust it to get to your right consistency. So if you do make it too thin by accident, which can happen, just add in a little bit more mayo, a little bit more mustard. You'll get your consistency. Yeah. We got Mike Bierman in the house. I didn't know Mike Bierman was here. He's saying those buns do look amazing. Guys, but we haven't even given them the royal treatment yet. They're toasting up as we speak. They're just doing their thing. I think that we could go for some cheers to the weekend action. All right.
I think we definitely could. I'm going to be griddling away. I wish we had that camera to show you guys. That's all right. We'll figure it out. Who knows what's happening.
If you go to Maddie's side for it.
For cheers to the weekend?
Yeah.
Let's switch it up.
Okay, hang on. Let me just get out of the way here. Okay, we've got a really great beverage for you guys. This one is really interesting because it is a sober beverage. So it's one of the ones that doesn't have any, get your precious tongs out of here. They're taking up the entire space.
Don't touch them.
So this one doesn't have any alcohol in it, but it does have a drink in it called Droma. And this has been one of my favorite drinks to have lately because keeping in the theme of, like, remember a few weeks ago we talked about a drink called Cava that does have an effect when you drink it. It's like,
it has like a calming, soothing effect.
Mm-hmm. This one is similar to that. So this is what it looks like. We got these from our friend Dana and at her store called With Grace Marketplace. And this one's really nice because it tastes great. So it has soothing notes of ginger, molasses, and melon paired with adaptogens.
Ooh.
So let's see here. It has water, maple syrup, natural flavors, valerian root. So if anybody has like sleepy time tea, that's what's in that tea, valerian root. 5-HTP, L-theanine. So these are things that you can take. Like some people take those for anxiety even. So this does chill you out quite a bit. So I won't put too much of it, and we don't need me and Mad falling asleep before the end of the show.
No, we do not.
But you just want to give it a good shake. And it's nice because you can have this as like a sipper when everybody else is having a beverage. And it kind of offers like the same
Just a nice, chill, nice, relaxing vibe.
Yeah.
We have somebody named, is it Zayed Zeus? They're saying, guys, I made Jamaican beef patties following your recipe. Everyone loved it. That was one of our Noble Premium Bison recipes,
Ooh.
and that one was spectacular. Absolutely spectacular.
Okay, so we're going to do half a shot in each.
Now, guys, as Key makes that, normally I would want to head to the bread box of questions. Okay, that's our a fun little tidbit of questions that we get provided by the barbecue family. Hey, CJ. CJ's coming in late, but we're happy that he's here.
Hey, CJ.
But I want to put out a question to you guys myself. Okay, I don't even need to go to the bread box of questions because this is something that happened to me earlier this week.
Oh.
The question I have for you guys, honey, including you, do you embarrass easily? Okay, the question's going out to everybody watching and listening. Do you embarrass easily?
Why are you asking that question, Matt?
I consider myself to be someone that doesn't get embarrassed easily. It takes a lot to get me going. Okay, it really does.
It does. Like I would never say you embarrass
I
easily.
roll with the punches. You can take shots at me. I love our sense of humor is we get each other, we tease each other. I love that. It's a form of affection. What I get embarrassed at is accidental nudity. Okay? Not even accidental. Just unwarranted nudity. Okay, so guys, I was sitting one day on my back deck, which I live in the suburbs, you guys know that, but how my backyard is structured, that there is a massive gazebo blocking my deck. So if I'm sitting there, absolutely nobody in the world can see me, okay? It was a hot day. I was wearing a shirt and starting to feel a little bit sweaty. My partner was out. He was at the gym. I was home alone. I was like, I'm gonna go tarps off for a second, okay? To get not to have some tan lines. I had a bra on underneath, so technically not full tarps off.
No, that's
Okay?
like a bikini top.
I thought no one would ever find out. I was like, no one's ever gonna know that I did this.
Yeah.
It's not something I do often. I've actually never done that before.
Uh-oh.
Later that day, I go to Kiki's. I get a picture in our family group chat. Who's in the family group chat, you're wondering? Barbecue Mama. Barbecue Pops, Kiki, and our partners. This is the picture.
Thankfully, you can't actually see the T's, though. Thankfully or unthankfully.
Stop calling them T's.
To some people, but you can just fill in the blank yourself.
I think we all know what was happening.
Barbecue Pops opened up his phone to an eye full of his daughter's T's.
Stop saying T's. Guys, instantly sweaty.
Yeah.
Instantly humiliated. I thought that at first when I saw the picture, I was like, oh, this is just me and my partner's private group, our own chat. And I was like, nope, that says my family chat.
Yeah, everyone saw it. Not something everybody has seen you nude in the family. Everybody except my partner has seen you nude. Think
Under
about it.
the age of 5.
Think about it. We all have. It's not anything that we haven't seen before.
Not as a 38-year-old grown woman.
Okay, and now my partner somewhere is being like, I wish I could see that too.
Instantly humiliated, instantly embarrassed. I literally was like, I gotta have a chat.
Yeah.
I gotta have a little chit chat.
Yeah, I thought he was deadbeat. Okay.
So the question is, do you embarrass easily? And if someone did that to you, how would you handle it?
I would be mortified. But that's also why I don't go tarps off in public.
Yeah, guys, my lesson learned was I was feeling free and frisky that day. My lesson learned, never go tarps off.
Okay,
Never
HT
ground.
saying I also got that picture uncensored, which is absolutely not true.
Oh, I was like, I'm gonna did you do it?
No. Okay, here we go. Finishing this drink, I'm thinking of this as like a non-alcoholic rum and Coke. But a healthier rum and Coke, the Droma being the rum, and then we're going to use a Cove soda as the cola as for this. So it's going to have rum and Coke flavors because of the molasses and the ginger. I'm hoping that's what it'll taste like. And the color, like the color is going to be very important. It's going to have all the same vibes. So let's see what this tastes like because
I love that idea. That's going to be a flavorful sensation.
I'm very curious. Now you don't want to put too much of that stuff in there though. I'm speaking from personal experience because you will fall asleep.
Okay.
It's really chill.
So if you really need to chill out, just go hot and heavy.
Smell
Tem,
that.
do we still have this, Cam?
Yep, that one's good.
All right, guys, check out what we have here. This is the beef. It's been nice. There's like some nice golden brown crispy bits to it. We're going to mix it right into the onions. and just let that keep warming through. And then we are going to get plating up. Let me see this here. Oh, you didn't go
Okay, back to your side. I don't like this side.
Okay.
I'm not used to that side, and I don't. Yeah.
Ooh, is this? Oh, why is this like Dr. Pepper?
Maybe it could be giving Dr. Pepper. Try it and you tell me.
I haven't had Dr. Pepper in years.
Yeah,
man.
neither have
Are
I.
these plastic?
You know what? No.
Oh,
Don't
here.
drop it.
Oh, sorry.
You know
guys,
why?
raise your glasses. I want to know what everyone's drinking.
Cheers,
it's
guys.
Thursday, guys. It's technically Friday Eve. Let's get in there.
You know what I was going to say? You know why it could be giving Dr. Pepper? Because of the ginger. Try it and tell me how it is. I think because of the ginger, because it's giving it that like spicy bite.
Tastes like
That's the culprit who killed the camera. I can see someone back there.
Yep, guys, there's little babies.
Someone's
running
had
all
a
over
hatch
here.
of babies in here.
Betty,
Great.
that tastes like Dr. Pepper. It's very, very it is gingery.
Ooh.
So that's the droma.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's got like and it's weird because when you drink alcohol and it heats you up a little bit, this has the same effect. So it kind of tricks you into thinking that you are having alcohol.
I don't need to get hotter.
There's mom and baby. It's baby's day out. Great.
I'm boiling even just thinking about the photo that we just shared. I'm hot.
Yeah.
Farrah's got lemon water. Farrah, love a good lemon water. Saucy Rossi, he's saying herbal AF again. I'm drinking Princess Diana's favorite tea. He's saying pretty elegant over here.
Oh,
I love it. All right, guys, I want to start plating this thing up
Okay.
because this is a monstrosity.
Okay, good. We've got a live studio audience in here today, everybody.
Yeah.
If only you could see. I think it's a red squirrel, but I'm hoping that's not why we lost all the other cameras too.
Check that out, everybody. Okay, look at how amazing that is. I don't know if you can hear this. That's crispiness, but then if you flip this over, this is to me what you need in a good dog. Soft and pillowy on the other side.
Oh, that's going to be good.
I think HT did both sides, but I'm a crunchy on the outside, soft on the underside.
Now, can I tell you how much increase in enjoyment I get from a sauce drizzled out from a bottle? Sauce spooned onto something.
That's important.
Yeah,
that's important.
If you just get a spoon and you're spooning sauce on, this increases the enjoyment factor by like tenfold.
Yep.
To be able to drizzle it on properly, you got to get one of these bottles.
Agree.
Very inexpensive.
That's from Barbecue Pops.
Yeah, that's a really good quality one, but you can get those from the dollar store even.
Guys, check that out. Nestle that right into the bun. You got your dog. You got your bun. You're welcome to not do the cross hatching, but if you don't, I'm sorry. Why wouldn't you?
It looks perfect.
That's going to be a textural sensation.
Yeah, it's for looks and texture and cool factor.
Now,
mostly cool factor.
We're going to go in now with some of the beef. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be good. Onions cooked to perfection, if I do say so myself, and I do.
And you know why, though?
Why?
They're cooked to perfection, but they're also super thin.
Want me to shut this off?
Yeah, let's get that turned off. Guys, we're not going light on that. This thing eats like a meal. If you do serve that at a dinner party, your guests are going to love you until the end of time.
Oh, yeah.
Fun Dining in Alberta is saying nice visual. Guys, we have many more visuals in this show. We just lost a few of them today.
Is one of the visuals your picture? Is that the main visual?
Is that what you're referring to, Fun Dining in Alberta? I don't think so.
I think no one wanted the censor thing to be on there.
Well, it is. It is. Okay, I'm not putting that on. I'm still going to drink that. I'm still going to drink my Cove soda cherry. Mike Bierman said that he's so into the Cove sodas.
So am I. Did we say they have probiotics too?
Yeah, I said it's probiotics because he loves the sugar-free.
Yes.
So does Barbecue Mama. So do me and Kiki. Now, guys, this is what it's all about, okay? Look at what we're working with here. Okay, let me just get like really right close there. This is why you take the time, you take the effort to put it in one of these bottles.
Oh,
give it to me.
The enjoyment factor is just through the roof with the drizzle bottle. You can't tell me that you're going to get that same enjoyment from spooning that on. It just doesn't happen.
I'm sorry.
Now, I feel like one thing is missing. If you had like some green onion or something, just put something green on there.
A pickle.
Okay.
But we got the flavors of
maybe a little parsley
of the juice in there. Now,
some greenery.
Now Becca is saying, "Drizz the glizz, let's go!" I love it.
Becca always coming out with
I love Becca's one-liners.
Okay. HT hitting us with a super chat.
Here's my $20 guest spot fee. HT, we need to be paying you, buddy. Okay, this recipe's yours. You took the time with our good buddy Andrew last week coming on to the show. We're so happy that you guys were there, but thank you so much, HT. You're such a sweetheart. We love you. You know that.
Mhm.
Now, in order to take a bite of this, I'm going to let this hang out for a second because she's scalding hot, okay?
Okay.
Let's go to the song of the day. We're heading back to 1996.
Oh, I know this one.
If you don't know this one, you might have fallen asleep for the entire length of 1996.
Mhm.
Give it to me.
This is a great one.
Who's heard this at every wedding leading up until today?
Yeah, I miss songs like this.
Yeah.
Like, they don't make songs like this anymore.
But
Not to sound 90.
that's a one-hit wonder, though. What do you feel about the one-hit wonder?
I like them.
I love them.
If they're hits, then these people are probably still loaded to this day from that song.
Exactly.
Well, you'd hope if they invested it wisely
Exactly.
and
But
didn't just blow it on like whatever.
where were you in 1996?
How old was I or where was I? I was in like grade
was
5.
10.
Okay, so I was 8. So a little older than grade 5, but I remember doing that at a wedding.
Everybody did.
Yeah.
Buddy. I'm saying it's still to this day.
And it was like easy enough that like white people could do it.
Yes.
It was like,
Mike Bierman saying, now I'm going to have this stuck in my head. I know. Sorry, Mikey. Barbecue Mama saying every wedding dance for sure.
that's
Navy
still in my
Maniac,
workout mix.
Just about every wedding. And David is saying the pickles would be a great topper. Agreed.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
Even like a chopped up pickle,
Yes.
like a minced pickle.
James is saying I bought my first house in 96. Yeah, guys, where were we all in 96? As we all answer that question, I got to get in here. Okay. Oh, this is really hot. Look at that monstrosity. Is that not stunning?
That looks really good.
All right, guys.
You're not cutting it? You always cut it.
I'm drooling because I was, when you're gearing up and then someone's like, no. Okay, give me the cutting board.
You always cut it. I'm so surprised.
Okay, now I'm gonna drool onto this board because he was like, stop it.
Barbecue Mama saying Barbecue Mama, you were my current age when that song came out. That is crazy.
Barbecue Mama, you still look the exact same age.
She does.
CJ said he was 19.
Okay, Farrah saying I'm drooling with you.
Come on, hit me with the stuff. Guys, yes.
That looks really great.
All right, I'm going in. This bite goes out to everybody watching.
Oh, I can hear the crunch on the top bun. Oh.
Whoa, messy.
And such an easy sauce too.
Mhm.
That the easiest recipes are the absolute best. It's got all the components.
Know what's actually
CJ was a Macarena.
coming through loud and clear?
The mustard.
Yes, but don't skimp the butter on those onions.
Yes.
Butter comes through always, and that's what makes that onion good.
Mm-hmm. And the rub, I think, too.
Mhm.
Help it out with a little sugary rub. You can't go wrong.
I don't have any napkins to be seen here, but guys, this
You
is
don't need 'em.
absolutely spectacular.
Use your sleeve.
That inside round is so tender, so delectable.
Pick up your shirt. Pick up the bottom of your shirt. Then maybe we can get to halfway through to the censored
I
picture
picked
again.
it up earlier this week, and I'm never picking it up again.
Okay, Farrah's asking, do we put cheese in there? Oh, Farrah, yeah, that would be good. It kind of, yeah. Oh, is it supposed to have cheese? Is it supposed to have cheese?
Are you kidding me?
Uh-oh. It was supposed to have cheese.
It was supposed to have provolone. That's what I'm like. What's
It's too hot to leave it out, though. That's the problem. Okay, now also,
What an absolute disgrace.
also on an unrelated note, you guys may have noticed that our fridge broke down at the end of last summer, and we are in the process of getting a new one. It's obviously not here yet, but wait till you see it. It looks nothing like this one. It's going to look spectacular. I
Mhm.
wanted to be here for this week, but
It's not. The delivery time didn't pan out for this show.
if you would have remembered the cheese, if you were able to go into that beautiful fridge that we're getting.
Kathy, you were so sweet. She's saying it's still good though. No, this is a 7 out of 10 now. With the cheese, it's a 12 out of 10.
We can still add it.
HT's right. Live show's a live show.
HT was probably that guy's the cheese.
The HT's like, oh, they're going without the cheese. No, we would never go without the cheese, especially provolone melts so perfectly. And that's what made this amazing because when you throw it on the griddle, it gets like crispy and crunchy and gooey. It's so amazing.
Okay. Thank you, Farrah, for the reminder.
Farrah, we owe this one to you, girl. Okay. Yeah, this is just why is this like the theme of today's episode? Embarrassment because of nudity and embarrassment. Who forgets the cheese?
It happens, honey.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
That's all right. It happens. Now give it to me on the beverage.
Mm-hmm.
Very.
This was such a good one.
It's like, I feel like it. Did you notice you're getting calmer? It's like, I feel like it's instantly
No,
calming.
I noticed that I forgot the cheese, and I'm embarrassed about that.
Okay, well.
Natasha stayed with us for the whole show. So she's saying yum. Guys, I think every kid would approve of this recipe.
Yeah.
Every kid loves hot dogs. You throw some inside round on there. You throw some provolone cheese on there.
Mhm.
This burger sauce, or this HT used burger sauce, but this is what we're calling dirty dog sauce.
Mhm. And I think this would be good on anything.
Mm-hmm.
I love a seasoned mayo like that.
Yeah.
Really good.
Barbecue Dave, you guys are absolute sweethearts. He's saying, I'd still eat it. And Marion saying, not me. I love cheese. It's okay. I know, guys. Let us down with
No,
this
you
one.
didn't, honey. Now we know cheese is part of the recipe. The recipe is on maddieandkiki.com if you want to get it, and it does include cheese.
Guys, I will tell you, we were talking about with Pino last week about kitchen fails. Something that is good about failing in the kitchen, which to me, that is an absolute failure. Absolute failure.
No, it isn't, honey.
That will never happen again.
Mhm.
That will never happen again. I guarantee you, if you guys go to make this, no one's going to be forgetting the cheese.
Okay, what is
See?
it?
Newbie Maniac. I keep that in mind when I make mine.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't forget the cheese. Okay, the person underneath them, I can't see what their name says, but they're saying,
Zeus. Zayed Zeus.
okay, I love a chili dog too. You know what? I don't think I have ever had a chili dog. Partly because chili makes me want to vomit.
Mhm. He's
Too much.
surprisingly not a huge chili fan.
I don't like chili. And and it sounds so good to me that when people say like chili cheese fries, chili cheese dog, I'm like, well, I want that so bad. But then the thought of it makes me like the actual chili part.
My partner changed my mind about chili. He's like, think of it as a hot dip.
Yes.
You throw your avocados on there, your cheese, get yourself some scoops. You know the Tostito scoop?
Yeah, you guys do chili right.
That's the way. I got to give him props on that. Becca's saying, love the realness. It's so easy to forget an ingredient when distracted. Yeah, guys, I got to say, that's not the first time something like that's happened on this show, guys. That's the benefit of the live show. Okay. We
Mhm.
never know what's going to happen. We never know what you guys are going to say. You never know what we never know what we're going to say.
No, no, exactly. That's right. But this is a really great recipe, honey. And don't worry about forgetting the cheese. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Now, guys, we are doing Maddie and Kiki After Dark. That starts right after the show. So let's hit us with the question for this week, just for everybody else that's watching too. Maddie and Kiki, did you hear Sydney Sweeney is turning her bathwater into soap and selling it?
Ew.
Did you guys have any plans to sell any merchandise? We've been asking for t-shirts for years, ladies. They have. Is this soap thing going too far? Sorry if this isn't keeping it clean, as you two always say, LOL, haha.
Who is that? I don't even know who that is that's doing the bathwater thing.
Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, who is that?
What? Are you kidding me, buddy? Handmaid's Tale. She's in there. She's in the first season.
Which character?
She's
though?
like the Hollywood girl now. She's blonde. Tease.
Okay, I get it. I think I get it just by the gesturing. Which girl? Which character though?
She's like.
I wish I could picture her.
She's like, she plays like Nick's early wife.
Oh, I know. Then I don't know who
on
that
Handmaid's
is.
Tale. But yeah, did you guys hear that? That's like real. About the soap water
Ew.
thing. I know.
I guess like if
Okay, wait, save it for After Dark. We're
Okay.
saving it for After Dark. Yep, Farrah saying she's young and beautiful.
All right.
She is, and apparently people want her bathwater.
that is so
Really,
gross.
really
What is wrong with
disgusting.
people?
Barbecue Davis saying nasty soap. Oh,
Ew. How have I not heard this?
ew, Becca saying bats equal human soup. Please don't sell your soup. Ew. All right, guys. And on that note, that brings us to time, everybody.
Oh no.
Natasha sticked around. She's saying, great show, girls. Guys, I hope this still was good for you, even though we forgot a major component, the cheese. It's live. It happens. Guys, thank you so much for being here with us on a special Thursday.
Mhm, we're gonna figure out what's going on with the cameras in here too, because God knows.
But that again, that's part of the live show.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will see you on Maddie and Kiki After Dark if you are an After Darker. And if not, we will see you guys next week. Different time, but same place.
Original time.
We're back
Friday.
to Fridays next
Yes.
week. So we will see you guys next week, same time, same place. Have a fantastic weekend, guys.
Have a good one, barbecue family. We love you guys.
Bye.